What is one movie that you loved as a teen but hate now as an adult? Batman Begins. When I was 16, I watched it in theaters and found it to be plodding and dull. It's been an hour and he hasn't even started beginning yet. What the hell? I exclaimed as I turned to face my buddies. Even after seeing it 100 times over, I will always find it entertaining. Though it's debatable among my friends, at least, I think it's superior to The Dark Knight. I absolutely loved Napoleon Dynamite as a teenager. That humor was right in my wheelhouse and found it hilarious. When I tried going back to watch it this year, I ended up stopping halfway through. Nothing landed the same for me, and I found it quite boring. I remember it being a funny movie with a message and watching it 18 years later or and being a parent myself and like, no, stop there. Hug. You're ruining everything, and might have laughed twice. Leon. When I was in high school college, it was just this awesome action movie. Jean Reno kills dudes in badass ways and has a wonderful villain portrayed by Gary Oldman in top form. But now that I'm older, it's just a gross pedophilic cringe fest. The Sandlot. I hate having to admit it because of the nostalgia factor. But it's true, the movie does have 3 really funny scenes. But outside of those, everything else in the movie is a dead spot. Fight Club. Teen Me, yeah. Rebel Movie. Let's Blow Up Banks. Point 3 to Wyoming MMH. If it's against capitalism, why Brad Pitt in the lead role and 25 minutes of Starbucks product placement? Karate Kid hits different with age. Daniel really caused all his own problems with Cobra Kai. I didn't see that as a kid, but watching the movie now I'm really not sure how I missed it. Might sound generic, but back in the day, I was all about Pirates of the Caribbean. Thought it was the coolest thing ever. Now, not so much. Guess I've grown out of it. As an early teenager, I'm not qualified to answer this question. Maybe if I still have a Reddit account by then, I will come back to this post and answer it. Saturday Night Fever. Talk about something that aged poorly. God, Travolta's character was such a dick. In fact, everyone in that movie was so unlikable. Spy Kids. I thought the CGI was the coolest shit I've ever seen. Looking back on it, I'm shocked I don't have trauma from those thumb-looking motherfuckers. 16 Candles. It is incredibly racist, sexist, ableist. I don't know why we liked it so much. It is basically a privileged white man's fever dream. Dirty Dancing. As a kid, I thought it was so romantic. As an adult, I'm grossed out. Johnny looks 40. I'm totally with Baby's dad on this one. As a teen, I used to love Twilight because of the romance and vampire craze, but as an adult, I find it a bit cringeworthy and cheesy. Kingpin. I used to watch it a lot as an early teen. Tried watching it recently and didn't even finish it. It was funnier in my head. Pretty Woman. I now think the underlying message that prostitution is a lifestyle that can bring a great outcome is destructive. I'm glad you still love it. Monster Squad still rocks Karma. No matter how many times I watch it. So I didn't lose everything. Perhaps because it became so quotable through the years. But I found Anchorman's jokes to kinda dumb in a recent rewatch. Pineapple Express. But I guess I never really loved it. I mainly just dislike Seth Rogen more and more. Not a movie, but an anime. Gundam Wing. It's not as good as I remember. My name literally comes from it. Garden State. Changed my life at 14. Realized it's manic pixie dream girl fuckboy nonsense as an adult. As an adult, you start to realize how mean-spirited A Christmas Story is for a Christmas movie. Unforgiven. What I used to find was slow and boring is now deliberately paced and intense. Garden State. It has big I'm 14 and this is deep energy. Soundtrack still slaps though. A Few Good Men. I absolutely can't even believe how bad this movie is. It aged like milk. Pretty in Pink. Andy is so whiny. Ducky is a stage 5 clinger. And Blaine is boring AF. Boondock Saints. I can't stop thinking about how the brothers are clearly mentally ill. The ones on Pornhub. Reminds me of how much of a loser I'm when I watch them now. Wayne's World was, in hindsight, neither party time nor excellent. Matrix. Man. Used to dig it crazy. Now, he news cool though.